Well, hello and welcome to Old People This Week. My name is Jeff, but if you see me and call me El Jefe, I will buy you a free drink with the following disclaimer. This drink can't cost over $6.99, and it must have gin in it because I'll probably end up sharing it with you.
It's cheap.
The man over there with the Texas-sized forehead, that's Paul. Say hi, Paul.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, yeehaw. And Mike, who would normally be busy playing in the World Cup, as you can see from this photo, but due to injury and that terrible haircut, which embarrassed his teammates, he's stuck at home.
No, it didn't embarrass him. I grew this so I could head the ball right into the net. Worked pretty well, too. A little spiky, but...
All right, we are your hosts. Every week, we, the three smartest baby boomers in America, will tell you, our 7,100 subscribers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, keep subscribing. Who are all over the age of 60, and we'll tell you everything you need to know this week. And you'll sound smart, of course, when you're hanging out playing golf or mahjong or just mumbling to yourself like we have a tendency to do.
Why'd I come into this room?
Yeah. Why am I here for? What am I doing? Well, we'll get right into it this morning. The World Cup has hit America, and for most Americans, I imagine, Mike, you're not watching much of it, but for most of America, but for the people who are into soccer and into the World Cup especially, it is just taken over, and there are literally hundreds and hundreds of thousands of foreigners, mostly Europeans, who have invaded America and are everywhere. And they are posting videos, especially on Instagram, about their experiences in America. And I'm telling you, they are hilarious. And you get to one, you start watching one in which, say, a random guy from Scotland is talking about the portions at an Arby's restaurant. And pretty soon you've watched 1,000 videos, and these people are all absolutely amazed at what it's like to actually be in America.
And the guys from Scotland who drank all the beer in New York City.
No, in Boston.
Boston.
Yeah. They're called the Tartan Army, and they were playing their opening games in Boston, and they literally drank that town out of beer.
Yeah.
And plus they have this fetish, and this is going to sound crazy, but you know the cones that we use in America for traffic?
Yeah, I heard this. Yeah.
There's orange cones, right?
Right.
Scott people take every cone that they can find, steal, get, whatever in a city, and they either wear it on their head or they put it on top of something. So there's videos.
Statues. Yeah,
of all the statues in Boston, in which there's a lot of statues, they all have cones on their head. It's this whole thing. They are nuts, and they march around they have the bagpipes going. And then there's a ton of videos of England is playing down in Texas.
Yeah.
And these people from, England and London, they're trying to describe what a Bass Pro Shop is like.
We've just been to Bass Pro Shops, and let me tell you, that wasn't a shop, that was an experience.
And they can't get their head around it. They just can't. The one guy, he's an English guy, and he looks around and he's got his video camera in his face, and he goes, I can't take this. I'm European. I got to leave. It's just too much for him.
Can you imagine people from England experiencing Texas barbecue?
That's what a lot of it. The Japanese are playing down there. They look at barbecue. These little petite Japanese people, they're looking at a hunk of meat's bigger than their head, and they're trying to figure out, what the hell. They can't get their brains around it. But the most craziest thing of all is that all you have to do to go to Instagram and type in ranch dressing. They're
trying to smuggle it out.
Gone berserk trying to figure out ranch dressing. They had a video of this guy who's from Italy, and he's with the American, and they're buying pizza. And the American's trying to convince this Italian dude. He goes, take the pizza and put it into that ranch dressing, and then take a bite. And he's like, oh, no. And he does it, and then he's like in ecstasy. He can't believe it.
Well, there was a thing on the evening news the other night about TSA putting out an official warning to Europeans traveling back home from the World Cup that they can't carry on packets of ranch dressings. They have to put it in their luggage.
Yeah, and then it's going to be rancid by the time.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But they had And now those Europeans you're talking about are back in Europe, and there's all these videos of where they're trying to teach the owners of the restaurants that they hang at in Europe how to make ranch dressing. So it's so far the experience here has been an unqualified success. It's just been where people are meeting. It's not it's devoid of all the issues related to politics and this and that. It's just people being people, and it's been a success so far. They've discovered that Americans are actually kind of nice people, and they're helping them out. They're just it's just normal people, not all media related. This one person this morning I was watching a video, and he basically said, "I'm not listening to any media anymore. It's all tainted. It's all phony baloney." He goes, "When you strip away all the politics and everything, it's just people, and Americans are great.
We're good,
and we are, of course. Older Americans are greater too, by the way, because have the years of experience of being nice. We were nice before you had to be nice." What was I going to say about it? We have a lot to be proud of. Now I'm in a good mood about the World Cup, but I'm about to get into a bad mood because of this video. Let me show it to you right here. This is that video of where they've set up a fake, whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole.
Yeah. Using a big hunk of cardboard and put some holes in it. And then these people who work at this old folks home pop their head up and down, and then they give pool noodles to the old people and who are trying to hit them on the head.
It's infuriating.
Well, at first I watched it, I was laughing because it's so stupid. And there's an old woman in a wheelchair, and she's holding a pool noodle, and she's trying to hit some guy in the head with it. Then I watched it a second time, and I was like, "All right, wait a minute. What the hell?" And then the third time I really got pissed because, well, what do you guys think before I go into what I think?
Well, and we talked about it briefly. It's a damn insult to the life experience and the knowledge and the intelligence. It seems like the task for most of the staff at these places is to keep these people occupied, but not take advantage of who they are, what they've accomplished.
They're warehousing them. They just got them sitting there and trying to figure out ways to keep them busy, and then they probably think how clever they are to come up with a whack-a-mole game.
Yeah,
but you're right, Mike. You're right. These young people don't respect what these old people can offer. And by old people, I tell you, these people are no much older or younger than we are. They have plenty to offer. They can give advice. They have a storage of knowledge. They're not just supposed to be sitting around there playing whack-a-doodle. I wish I was. If I'm at one of these places and they wheel me into a room and they've got a fake cardboard thing and some Gen Zer is sticking his head up and down there, I'm not using a noodle to hit his head.
Baseball.
I'll find something to club them with when they come up there. Oh my God. I'd give them the El Kabong. You guys know what El Kabong is?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
El Kabong.
If you grew up around at least when I was growing up, there was that cartoon. It was called Quick Draw McGraw. And he was like a cowboy dog, but he would carry around this guitar, and if he didn't like something you said, he'd hit you over the head with it and then go kabong. And he ran around with a little guy whose name was Baba Louie. And every once in a while he would club Baba Louie.
Oops.
Baba Louie would piss him off, and Quick Draw McGraw would hit him over there with a guitar. Oh man,
those are the good days of good cartoon.
Those were the good days by El Kabong. But anyways, those poor people, the boomers, our beloved boomers, stuck in the old folks' home. They have a lot to teach. They're being ignored. They're wasting all their cognitive power. So we're determined. I'm going to break them out. We're going to find out where one of this home is, and go down there and sneak in there at the nighttime and rescue
them all out of there.
Yeah, bring them all over to Mike's house. They can warehouse them in his living room.
It'd be like those segments of Landman where Tommy's wife and daughter went to the old folks' home and
that's the first thing I thought of too, Mike. Is exactly
loaded up a bus, got them all drunk, took them to a strip club, and just had a great time.
Yeah, get them out of there. Go to a strip club. Get them liquored up. You're right. That's the best thing to do. Where if you're old, you don't want to be sitting around, having these Gen Zers, basically treat you like you're old. Okay, I'm calling BS on something. There's
Okay.
the headline. It said Jennifer Lopez says that she had, quote unquote, very little help raising her and Mark Anthony's twins, Max and Emmy. So she was married among their other 20 husbands to Mark Anthony for a while, and they had twins.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're older. They graduated from high school, I think. And she's saying that, basically telling the world, they were, I didn't need very little help. Don't.
Yeah. Can't you just see Jennifer Lopez in the morning getting the kids packing their lunches, walking them down to the corner to get on the school bus? Give me a break.
No, this is a woman, by the way.
She didn't even know she had twins until somebody took that picture and said, "Oh, they're yours."
They're yours, and they live with you.
I think it's her mom who took care of them mostly when in raising them. It's like her mom was around all the time.
On a staff of nannies and servants.
Lopez, she makes a big deal about how busy she is, meaning she's got a full-on career as an actress.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a full-on career as a recording artist, and she tours. So exactly how long, how much time do you get to spend at home?
Where does parenting fit into that? Yeah.
We're just making macaroni and cheese for your kids fit into that, because I can't see J-Lo doing that or driving them to soccer practice. I could tell you chapter and verse what you do when you're an actual working parent, and J-Lo ain't doing any of it.
Yeah. She wouldn't know what to buy him for Christmas presents, much less.
No, she has her assistant buy them Christmas presents.
Well, that's my point. Yeah.
What do you want, the Max? I want a new PSI. Okay, here. Go away. But as bad as that is, as bad as a parent as J-Lo is, I'm not saying she's a bad parent or a bad human, but I don't buy that she's hands-on as much as she says she is. But you know who the actual worst celebrity parent is of all time, or parents?
Yeah.
I'll tell you who they are. Go ahead, Mike.
And
Kardashian.
And anyone who's ever mated with Kanye West.
Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. And I'll tell you why. They have, what is it? What's the name of this kid? Oh, this kid's name, kid's name is Northwest, by the way. All right. She is just turned 13. This is her. I'm going to show a picture of her. This is what your 13-year-old daughter is up to. They allowed her to not just get tattoos, but to put piercings all over the top of her hand. And then she writes a rap song about it being pierced in her hands. And she wears blue contact lenses. That's then the topper is she's going to go on tour with this song about the piercings for 14 city tour. Mm-hmm. A 13-year-old.
Yeah.
And there's no way that Kanye or Kim are traveling around with her, playing second fiddle to her. So they'll just let her go. So who's her role model on the road? Well, she's traveling with a woman named Molly Santana, who specializes in, check this out, rage rap.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Yeah, wonderful influence.
Yeah, great role model. What could go wrong? So that's the parenting style. Just let them do what they want.
Kim and Kanye are on the cover of this month's issue of Absentee Parents.
Jennifer Gardner's had 2 kids with Affleck, and those 2 kids are not on tour doing something. Jennifer, she knows how to raise kids. She raises them out of the spotlight, raises them normal, but these people end up going nuts.
Yeah, no, please.
Dog of mine back here.
He's fine.
Calm down.
He's fine. He's fine. He's just sitting back there watching you.
Oh my God. He's not watching me. He's licking whatever he's licking back there. I don't even know.
Well, that's what dogs do.
Licking their private parts.
He's looking at the back of your head and trying to figure out why the barber can't get back there. Yeah, there.
This is Valerie's. She opened the door and threw the dog in here a few minutes ago, and now he's just to have me bug me.
He's having a good time.
More celebrity tomfoolery. This is I love these little headlines because they're so telling about how celebrities live.
Yeah.
Simon Cowell, him, the judge from American Idol and so on. His fiance, whose name is Lauren Silverman, she detailed about how it was to get pregnant during their affair. Oh, boo-hoo.
Wow. Yeah, geez, the trials and tribulations of Hollywood.
So I dug into the story. So she turns out Lauren was married to this guy Silverman. They go on vacation, and somehow on vacation down in the Caribbean or something, she meets Simon Cowell. They start a relationship down there that lasts for years. Meanwhile, so she gets pregnant. Married to Mr. Silverman, Lauren gets pregnant with Cowell's baby. And Simon Cowell has said publicly he doesn't want kids, he doesn't care about kids and all this stuff. So can you imagine the conversation when you walk into your husband and you say, not only am I having an affair, but I'm carrying Simon Cowell's baby?
Yeah. You might notice my pant size has changed recently.
And this is the sentence from the story. It was sort of like the kicker. More than a decade after the entrepreneur's affair with now fiance Simon Cowell. Now, just that is one part of one sentence. So, more than a decade after the entrepreneur's affair with now fiance. So, after a decade, she's now the fiance. So she got pregnant, had a kid, and then he waits 10 years to ask her to marry.
So this must be the kid who he brings on stage with him occasionally on America's Got Talent.
Yeah. This is a grown child that all this took years.
Yeah, you're right, Paul. That little boy comes on fairly regularly, and he's very affectionate and attentive to him. And
he's got to be like about, I don't know, 6 or 7 or something. I don't know.
That's him.
Yeah.
So Cowell says that he took to being a parent after the baby pops out, and he sort of dealt with it. But he kept her on the ropes for 10 years before he asked her to marry him.
Well, she was busy being an entrepreneur.
Being an entrepreneur.
Can you just imagine, like, when the kid grows up and having to explain that, so, Mom, it doesn't make sense. You were married to
Dad. No, not my dad.
How come I have 2 dads?
Well, I don't think the original guy's around anymore. He probably bolted after he found out she was pregnant. But it's one thing to get pregnant, to have an affair. It's another thing for your wife to say she's pregnant, and then let alone Simon Cowell. Oh, man. Okay. Now, do you guys know who this actor is? I'm going to show a picture of him here. And it's not a great picture, but if you kind of squint your eyes, you can see who he is. His name is Faison Love.
Great name.
That is a great name. He's
name.
Best known for starring alongside Will Ferrell in Elf.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you remember the movie, this Faison plays like he's a manager inside the store, and his area is the Christmas area where Santa Claus would sit and the kids would come up there. And and one of his employees is Will Ferrell, and as Elf, and he drives him crazy. So at any rate, he got arrested, and he's behind bars in Florida after being busted on a warrant for allegedly violating a court order.
Like child support or something, right?
Yeah. But I think it's something like that, where he was supposed to pay child support, and so they found him and they arrested him. But the headline in the California Post, do you know what the California Post is, by the way?
It's like page 6 glorified.
Yeah, well, the New York Post tried to start a West Coast. Oh my God, I see Louise back there. She's cooking. Oh my God, make me something.
Fried chicken.
Make some grits.
Tower
fried
chicken with my famous stuffing.
Yeah, stuffing. But what got me about it was the headline that was in the California Post, which is a dumbed down version of the New York Post.
Okay.
It said, where's the headline at? Elf actor Faison Love wears blank stare in mugshot after he's busted in Florida. What else are you supposed to wear? And if you're in a mugshot?
Yeah, they don't tell you to smile.
No, that's a dumb headline. That says nothing. Fire that guy. Yeah, of course he has a blank stare.
Yeah.
If you look at this, I'm going to show the picture again. Look at the stare. It's not a blank stare at all.
No,
he's looking into the eyes of the guy who's taking that picture, and he wants to kill him.
Rip his head off.
Yeah.
That's what if you're getting arrested, maybe if you're drugged out or whatever, you're just going to blank stare it. I could show some other famous mugshots.
Yeah,
Nick Nolte.
the standard bearer.
Nick Nolte
My
is the
gosh.
gold standard of
Yeah,
how
yeah, the
what not
best.
to do, how to not to let anybody take your picture when you get arrested. What was that dog barking back there?
I know we got canines all over the
Oh
place.
my lord, this is the most unprofessional. All right, I get every once in a
Well,
while too. A
well,
tail is going behind. It goes
Paul,
behind you.
you'll get a notice from HR here any minute,
Yeah,
Paul.
you're going to get a notice from.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What are they excited about?
I don't know.
That's what's being cooked in the kitchen. They're smelling
Yeah.
food.
Well, put them in the kitchen then. Get them out of my set.
It's not that large a place, Jeff.
All right. Speaking of our podcast here, we have a new segment this week, brand new debut, number one, featuring. Well, I'll let Paul explain it because it's going to be his segment. He's going to own it.
I'm going to own this. We're looking at.
You'll be delighted to know that I'm going to rip on it as much as I do Mike's segment.
Well, there you go. Let the ripping begin.
So what is the nature of what you're going to do here, Paul?
The nature of this is we're going to look at celebrities and influentials who have birthdays in our coming week, looking ahead to our birthday celebs. And you know what? Because it's the World Cup, our first one is, we're releasing this on Thursday. So yesterday, Lionel Messi turns 39.
Lionel Messi, by the way, not Lionel.
Sorry.
Lionel Messi. He turns 39. Learn it.
And as of tonight, he is the all-time scoring leader.
Yeah, I just saw that. I just saw the game got over this afternoon. He had a chance to do it early in the game. He had a penalty kick and he messed it up, which is very rare. And then he scored later, and he scored at the very, very end of the game in extra time. He got a shot in, they poked it in. Yeah, he's brilliant. So anyway, Lionel Messi.
He's 39, Lionel. On Friday, tomorrow, Derek Jeter turns 52.
Good. He's an old man now, like the rest of us.
20 years solely with the Yankees, his entire career, shortstop.
Yeah.
On Sunday, the 28th, we have a big centurion because Mel Brooks turns 100.
Ooh, he's still alive. I didn't know that.
Mel Brooks is the recipient of, it's only like about 30 of them, who has an EGOT.
EGOT. You know what that stands for, Mike?
It's an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
That's
right. So Mr. Brooks has
I'm an EGOT.
Mr. Brooks has 4 Emmys, 3 Grammys, 2 Oscars, and 3 Tonys. That's his illustrious background there.
You know what he got the Emmys for? I mean, the Tonys for?
No idea.
The producers.
Yep. Nope.
You guys don't know anything.
Also Sunday, I know, Jeff, you can dig into this. Elon Musk turns 55.
Oh, what a bum. Him and that Tesla.
Our newly world's richest man.
And what do you do with all? It's not like he has a bank account and he brings it up at the ATM and it says you have $1 trillion. It's all money tied up in different things.
Stock holdings.
Yeah. It's all paper money until it's real. But I guess if I was that rich, I'd just have an allowance. I just say every month, put $100 million in my account and I'll just play around.
And that's probably what he does right there.
Yeah.
Who else?
And our final 2 come up on next week on Tuesday. We have a personal favorite of mine, actor Vincent D'Onofrio.
I remember him. Yeah,
Vincent D'Onofrio is 67, which sort of threw me for a loop because Law and Order: Criminal Intent was that long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was in the Kubrick movie. What was the name of that movie? Not Eyes Wide Shut. The one set in Vietnam. Plays the trainee who's basically at the center of the whole thing. You guys don't know nothing. I can't add. I put things out there for you to add to. You're just lost. You look like deer in the headlights. Next, keep going.
And yet, Paul, he can't remember the title. So.
I can't tell you.
I was going to say we're all deer in the headlight. That's what we're doing here.
You're deer in the headlights. Keep going.
Anyways, he's been playing Kingpin in these Marvel cinematic features. That's been his career for like the last 10 years. And finally, Mike Tyson.
How old is he?
60 years old.
Wow.
Was fighting from 85 to 2024, turning 60. So there you have it.
Famous for biting a guy in the ear, almost tore his ear off.
Yeah.
And now a pigeon wrangler.
Pigeon wrangler.
You ever seen that? Roofed up with his homes. He's got a flock of pigeons.
Flock of pigeons. That's the name of a band. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's Flock of Seagulls.
Yeah. I know. There you go.
Or
that's
Goose.
This week's birthdays.
Or Goose.
All right. Thank you, Paul, for those birthdays. Next time I want you to do it so you stop and say Vincent D'Onofrio and then say how old do you think he is so we can guess.
Oh, now he's giving you rules, Paul.
I am giving you rules.
Yeah.
This is what's called what a producer does.
Yeah,
my brain. It's a big brain.
Antagonistic, argumentative.
I was just trying to get a better television show, better.
I was
podcast.
just trying to give you a breather there for a second, Jeff.
No, you flew through that whole thing. You didn't give me a chance to rip on it enough. You need to pause and let me.
I'm not going to tee you up so you can rip on it.
Yeah. You're not stupid. Well, maybe, but you're not stupid. And you didn't stop.
Okay, moving right along.
All right. Here's the dumbass criminal move of the week.
How'd you narrow it down?
Indiana man, he was pictured here, is facing felony charges after he allegedly sold kosher salt to an undercover officer while claiming it was methamphetamine.
Brilliant.
I don't see what's he guilty of?
I don't know. I mean, he was selling salt. What, do you have to have a license?
No, but I mean, he was selling salt that he was pretending was saying was methamphetamine. So, but still, that's
there's not an ordinance. There's not an ordinance against calling something a drug and attempting to sell it.
So he's getting. I wonder is he getting busted for fraud that he was saying he was selling methamphetamines, but he was really selling kosher salt?
I don't know. It'd be funny to see the charge sheet on that.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I don't understand that story, so we're just going to move on. And we'll move on into what is
highlight of
what is known far and wide to our 7,100 subscribers as being literally the roadblock of a great podcast where things screech to a halt. But we're contractually bound to do this segment.
That's right.
This is Mike with Vaya Con Dios.
My ruthless agent forces this.
You make it sound like it's sponsored by some funeral home, which we love, but it's not.
It's not.
You should dig up a sponsor for yourself.
Close to making this a comedic presentation as possible from the annals of the dear departed. And the creative arts took a major hit over the last couple of weeks. Starting with, and not in any particular order of importance, but all of these are pretty significant personalities. James Burrows, 85 years old, incredibly successful TV director.
The godfather of sitcoms, I'd say.
The co-creator of Cheers. Then also worked with Taxi, Friends, Mary Tyler Moore. I mean, in our time, the triple A's of the triple A's.
Yeah, he was good. It was like, what's his name? Norman Lear. He was those two dominated.
Yeah. And then a little closer to home, David Hockney, the artist, 88 years old. Very well known, obviously internationally famous artist, but a little bit of a backstory. When my wife first moved to Los Angeles, she was dating a guy named Patrick Terai. And Patrick owned a restaurant then called Ma Maison. And Hockney and Patrick were best friends. And Hockney still hadn't hit the big time, so in order to pay his tab, he would do artwork for Patrick and leave it with him. And Mary was having dinner with him one night, and she picked up the tab. And so Hockney took one of the menus for Ma Maison, turned it over, and did a watercolor on the back of it.
He had that watercolors with him, did he? And he just turned it over, a menu.
Turned it right over, and a week later gave her this painting. Oh, okay. And it's now hanging in our kitchen.
Okay.
So it's great.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
And then, of course, again, in broadcast, an important passing, Gene Shalit, the movie critic.
Oh, yeah.
I remember him.
It's a big mustache.
That mustache, yeah.
100 years old. I had no idea.
But he hasn't been on the air for a long, long time.
Yeah.
He used to do he worked for the Today Show or something, doing movie reviews.
Right there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gene Shalit. Oh, right.
He was around on that, I think, when Bryant Gumbel was on the Today Show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then comedian who used to be Frank Sinatra's opening act, Tom Dreesen, 86 years old.
Dreesen, yeah.
Yeah.
That was his claim to fame. He'd go out there and crack jokes until Sinatra. Nobody listened to him. Nobody paid any attention to him. They just
give him the thumb. Yeah, you're off.
Yeah, you're off. Get out of here.
And then again, a major hitter, Clive Davis. This just happened.
Clive just passed away at, how old was he?
94 years old.
94 years old. I wrote to you guys about that. I think that he was a brilliant. I mean, the amount of artists he worked with is incredible.
It's unbelievable. I mean,
Aretha,
everybody. Yeah, literally everybody.
I mean, there was. I mean, it's a huge list. He started Arista Records after. Anyway, he was the Godfather. He let what's her name, Houston.
Whitney Houston. Yeah.
Whitney,
kind of enabled that.
He enabled her, and then she, whatever. Yeah. I'm not going to go into that, but too bad.
I love the story about when he was highly successful I think he was the president of CBS Records, and he got fired for padding his expense account.
Right.
Oops.
Yeah. And had legendary parties, I'll tell you that. He had legendary parties after the Grammy Awards and every other.
Yeah.
Okay, and then finally, and this one, finally, and this deserves great respect, so no comments from the El Jefe Peanut Gallery.
Well, I'm not going to say anything.
Louis Cano.
Who?
111 years old. He is America's oldest living man. Now he has passed away.
He's not living anymore, by the way.
No, he's not. Just passed away.
Right. So he's not America's oldest living man.
He was.
Now there's a new oldest living man.
Somewhere.
You, by the way. You're 109.
Yeah, but look at that. Look at that hair.
I always have this question. Every time, whether it's in the world or in America, it's like, who's keeping record of the oldest living person? Like, okay, well, now he's dead. Who's next?
Yeah. Well, how do they know? I mean, there's probably there's some guy in Siberia who's been drinking yak milk for 128 years, and he's probably still getting up and going around it every day.
This is one of those things that has always bothered me. I cannot tell you since when that I never understood how you can document that. Yeah, this guy in the Yak Mountains or something has died, and he's the oldest living human.
Well, I don't know how they find the worldwide one. In the United States, they probably have the Department of Statistics probably puts out who the oldest birth certificate is, but I don't know. I mean, we'll take Mike. We'll cut Mike in half and count the rings and see how old he is.
Yeah, you can make 3 coffee tables out of me.
Anyway, thank you, Mike, for that illuminating Via con Dios.
That was a good one, Mike.
It was a good one, yeah. Oh, sure. Okay. This is a reason why I'm not going to move to Croatia, by the way. You know where Croatia is? No. Paul, you might know.
Paul does.
He's just coolly drinking his gin and orange juice there. Wherever Croatia is, we're not moving there because there's a woman there and has a only name that doesn't. Her name was Hedviga. 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 That's your first name.
That's one of the reasons not to move to Croatia.
You run into women in a bar, and her name is Hedviga. Her last name is Golik, Golik. She's last seen in 1966. And by the way, she was living in an apartment, so it didn't imply that she owned this thing. She was living in an apartment where she didn't have to pay rent.
Yeah.
And neighbors assumed she had simply moved out of her apartment, but police made a chilling discovery 42 years later. She had evidently gone into, when she was 42 years old, she'd gone into her apartment, sat down to watch TV, and guess what? 42 years later, they find her still sitting there.
Yeah.
Mummified.
Not the world's oldest living woman.
No, mummified. Yeah, not the world's oldest woman. The world's oldest Croatian mummy.
Fully dressed skeleton.
Yeah, it looks pretty creepy there. That's what
Really
she looked like in the picture. Croatian authorities say neighbors last saw her in 1966, and they assumed that she'd relocated. Now, you guys know what assume is. You don't assume anything.
An ass out of you and me.
Makes an ass out of you and me, a lesson I learned many, many years ago. So they made this assumption, and poor old Hedwig, or not Hedwig, Hedviga. Hedviga was left there to die. I imagine if she didn't move at all, she must have just had a heart attack or something because she didn't even move from her chair.
It raises so many questions. I mean, come on, did the mail not get delivered? Did the rent not get paid? I just...
No, that's another thing is why doesn't anybody check on it, or the smell coming out of there?
Yeah.
Listen, if you guys don't hear from me, don't wait 42 years to come see what happened to me. If I don't show up at this podcast a week from now or so, just immediately send the police out.
Truman will have a buffet.
Yeah.
Send the police out and have Valerie arrested because she would have done something to me. Me that I can't get around very well right now too. Yeah. So I'm vulnerable.
She's got you right where she wants you.
Oh my God.
I'm defending Valerie at all costs.
Yeah. You better, by the way.
Smart move.
Yeah, smart move. Another thing I want you guys to take responsibility for in terms of me is do not let me father another child.
Okay.
Okay, good. Because older fathers bug me. It's like that Kelsey Grammer who has a kid, when he's whatever age he is,
80 years old or something. Yeah.
Yeah. But here's a one too. You know who Charlie Chaplin was?
Yeah.
Now, Mike, you were a contemporary of his, so you know exactly.
Yeah, he and I used to drink a lot together.
Yeah. He fathered his 11th child. I'll say that again. Charlie Chaplin fathered his 11th child when he was 73.
Attaboy.
And Richard Gere, who doesn't, for whatever reason, doesn't feel that old to me because he's 70 and he just got some poor woman pregnant. But get this. This was the gist of the article. Robert De Niro, the great Robert De Niro, taxi driver, and many Godfather, everything else. His revelation that he welcomed his 7th child at age 79 was trumped by the arrival of then 83-year-old Al Pacino's 4th child. So Al Pacino is 83 years old, and he's not using any protection. He's out there getting women pregnant. What are you doing?
That's scary. The last time I saw a picture of Al Pacino, I'm trying to make that mesh with him having romantic contact with anyone.
Right. He said,
frightening.
He told paparazzi, said, I've got many kids, but this is really special coming at this time. Yeah, it's real special. Here's what it is. 83 is too damn old to be bringing any kids into this world.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They got money. I'll give them that. But the idea of having kids is to actually spend time with them. It's just not the exercise of getting some poor woman pregnant. You actually, if you want to be a father, you actually have to be around. You have to hang with them.
Kids are going to still be in diapers when they die.
Yeah, and they're not going to know their dads.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You have to be there for your kids. That's what parenting is. You have to be there to, see them off to school, to rip the iPad or their phone out of their hands so they don't mess their brain up.
Hate to tell you, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Not now.
Not going to happen. Oh,
Not going
man.
to get
So anyway,
that
if you
111 there. He's not going to hit that mark.
Yeah.
if
So
though you guys won't have to take responsibility for it. If I get a little frisky, Valerie will take care of that. She'll just slap me and get away.
yeah,
No
yes.
more kids.
They'll find you sitting in a chair, all right, 40 years later.
40
Truman's
years
in
later.
bed
Oh
and
my
you're in
God.
the doghouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would make me well over 100 years old. I'd be approaching Mike's age. All right.
Yeah, but you'd be lucky to look as good as I do.
I like the glasses, I'll say that. But your hair, though, is getting a little too spiky. You better get busy on that.
This is 2 weeks. I used to, as you know, I was a cue ball, and I
Well,
wanted
why
to
did
grow
you
this
let
just
it
to
grow
show
for 2
you I could do it.
Okay.
I took so much gas from you.
You just got a
about
longer wig. That's all. Real thing. Don't pull too hard. I don't want you to have an aneurysm here. All right. Here we go. Here's the child of the week. In a remarkable display of composure, 10-year-old Juliana Osa. Now, we're always goofing on the Gen Z and their ridiculousness, but this, I have to give credit to Juliana.
Yeah, I love this story. This is a great.
She survived an alligator attack in Orlando, Florida. Oh my God. It's not like out in the backwoods of Florida either. This is Orlando, a major city.
Yeah.
Still having alligators running around after you. By using a specialized survival tactic she learned at a local wildlife park.
That kid was paying attention.
Yeah, right there.
She goes in to take a swim. Yeah, she's paying attention. She goes in to take a swim at a park, at Moss Park, and an 8'8" alligator bit her left leg and refused to let go.
Jesus.
So if you look down and you got an 8'8" alligator attached to your leg, it's fucking real. That's not goofing around.
Yeah, if it's one of us, what do? She's a child. She's a little tiny girl.
Here's what she did. To escape, Juliana utilized the nose trick. Now, I've had to use this nose trick on Mike when he tries to bite me and when he's drunk at happy hour.
It works. It works.
It's a technique taught at Gatorland to help people break an alligator's grip. Because an alligator's jaw muscles are designed for crushing force rather than precision, they are incredibly difficult to pry open. However, the nostrils are sensitive and vital for their breathing and pressure censoring. So Juliana reached down, plugged the alligator's nostrils with 2 of her fingers, alone. By blocking the animal's airways, she forced it to open its mouth to breathe, and which momentarily broke its death grip. And taking advantage of that split second, she pried her leg out of the mouth and managed to escape.
Yeah, I want to see Al Pacino do that.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm thinking back now to the course she took at the animal park. Yeah. It's like, okay, kids, now when let's hold this alligator still, and you put your fingers in his nose and see what happens.
It's the idea of that. Oh, here, yeah, stick your fingers up. Oh my God! Well, she did it, and she survived. Otherwise, thing would have dragged her down.
Yeah, I think it's a great story. I love.
What do you do? Like, we've covered a bunch of stories about those gigantic boa constrictors that eat up Filipino women. I wonder what you do when you confronted with that. Do snakes have noses?
I try not to get close enough to them to figure it out.
Sure, they do.
Well, if they have a nose, maybe you're supposed to be shoving your fingers up a boa nose and give it to get off you. These are the things I need to know, because I never know. You never know in life where you're going to run into this. This is part of the reason I'm not going to live in Florida, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
What time is it back there, Paul, where you're at?
It's dinner time.
It's dinner time. She's back there slaving away.
It's 8:10. Yeah.
8:10. Time for dinner. She's thinking, get this podcast over with so I can eat.
Oh, yeah.
No idea.
The cops, here's our Florida story. The cops in Florida, of course, this is no surprise. They pull over a car on Route 65 that's doing the 95 miles an hour. And what do they find?
34 open containers. Take a look at this. That's what Florida Highway Patrol says it found in a car when a trooper conducted a traffic stop in Pasco County. According to FHP, 33-year-old Connor Parody was speeding on I-75 north of Tampa. FHP says Parody was heavily intoxicated. The driver is now behind bars after being arrested for DUI.
You know how hammered that dude was? He was in a coma.
He had to be mummified.
His name is Connor Parody. He's 33 years old. He should have that should put him into the Ripley's Believe It or Not. Just that. But,
one for each year of life. Yeah.
Can you imagine
every night?
Can you imagine the marketing manager of White Claw going, God damn it, get that story pulled.
Yeah, really. Well, Paul was once picked up with 34 bottles of Boone's Farm in his front seat.
Yeah, a lot of clinking on that.
So,
Thinking, that's funny. Yeah, okay. What I remember, back in the 80s when I was in Los Angeles for a few years. By that time, a guy gave me a ride home from work because my car died, and in the back seat of his car was a baby seat. Because he had a wife, had a kid, and the baby seat was full of cans of Coors beer that had been drank and squashed and sitting in the baby seat. I went, oh shit, yeah. Home. Okay, all right, that's it for this week. Thank you for joining us. Please send us your comments. We will generally read them on air, or you can send us a video if you like, and as long as it's not porn or doesn't offend Mike or Paul.
Yeah, I'm easily offended
too. We'll put it on the air and just send it to oldpeoplethisweek@gmail.com. Please subscribe. If you subscribe, Mike will come to your house and do the splits in the front yard.
I'll defend that goal.
Yeah, defend that goal. You just have to give him a tumbler full of Hendrick's gin, and he'll do anything you want him to do.
Pretty much.
We have a phone call. We have a phone number that we man 24/7. It's 310-800-1830, and you can call and tell us what's going on in your life, and we'll tell you.
Share us your World Cup stories.
Yeah, share your World Cup stories with us. Maybe next week I'll show some of those videos. Man, they are hilarious, those people.
I'm going to check them after this.
They're so stunned when they think, like, for example, there's a person there from England again, and they're sitting in a restaurant, and the waitress at this Texas Roadhouse, it was called, she brings a second round of free refill of Coke, and the dude looks up at her and he goes, I didn't order this, I don't, like, I'm not going to pay for this. And they go, no, honey, this is free. You
can drink.
Unlimited refills. He's like, what? So they are it's beautiful in a way too. They're almost like innocents in our, innocent kids running around America and they can't get over it.
It's great to see.
Nice.
And we have our Substack. It's all at 52tasks.substack.com. Last week, we had Paul wrote a very eloquent Father's Day message.
That was very nice, Paul.
Where was your dad standing in that photo with all that?
Victoria Falls.
Where's that at?
It's in.
Is that in Africa?
Yeah, it's in Africa, but I'm just Botswana, Zimbabwe. Victoria Falls is in Zimbabwe.
Okay. And finally, here's our buddy Reese with the Old People This Week quote of the week. Thank you, Reese.
Here's the Old People This Week quote of the week. For every complex problem, there is an answer that is clear, simple, and wrong. H.L. Mencken.
So for the rest of us, and for Mike, and for Paul, and I'm Jeff El Jefe, we say goodbye, and we'll see you in a week or so.
Time for dinner.